William Butler Yeats, Irish poet, said, "That is no country for old men," with respect to treatment of elders in 1926 Britain. I am Afrin Mohammed-Khan. I am an attorney at law. This is my presentation on elder abuse made at the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago Biennial Conference on June 13, 2026. Elder abuse in Trinidad, June 2026. What is elder abuse? Dealing with elder abuse. Elder homes, financial abuse of elders, signs of abuse in elders, actionable solutions, acts and programs for protection of the elderly. What is elder abuse? Elder abuse is usually harm done to an elder person by one in a trusted care role, such as a relative or caregiver. This takes several forms: physical abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, neglect or lack of care, and others. In 2021, Hyacinth Blake, the Director of Division of Aging, Ministry of People, Social Development and Family Services, revealed that in the first 5 months of 2021, there were 1,000+ cases of elder abuse. Age 55 and over are considered elders, according to Division of Aging. Elders 60 years plus account for 177,767, or 13% of the total population in Trinidad, and it is growing. This is a figure given by the CSO. Dealing with elder abuse. In Trinidad, the Domestic Violence Act assists legislatively in dealing with elder abuse. There are some drawbacks, however. Reporting. The victim, the elder, has to make the report. They often do not report and live with the problem and the abuse. Police response. They sometimes come and assist, and sometimes they do not. Willingness of elders to relocate. Even if the environment is uncomfortable or dangerous, the elder may not want to go somewhere safer. Availability of safe spaces for relocation. There are very limited options of places to go. Elder homes. Further to the issue of availability of safe spaces for relocation, a natural related topic is the issue of elder homes. There are private elder homes of various levels and also state-assisted elder homes. There are problems with licensing and monitoring them and keeping a proper standard. A law was assented to but not proclaimed because the regulations are to be developed. That was Act 20 of 2007, Homes for Older Persons Act 2007. This was designed to repeal the Homes for Older Persons Act 2000 and provide a system to monitor, regulate, and license homes for elders. It was assented to in September of 2007. This should be reviewed and dealt with urgently. Currently, the homes are run by the Private Hospitals Act 1960. Financial abuse of elders. Common areas of financial abuse include forgery of documents, coercion or deception to sign documents, abuse of power of attorney, scams by strangers, scams by professionals. Instances of financial fraud and blackmail, such as taking old age pensions and national insurance benefits, or forcing elders to transfer property and large sums of money, are serious issues which must be addressed by legislation. Banks and other financial institutions can play a watchdog role. While we have the Financial Intelligence Unit, we need laws more focused on elders. The time has come to look in the direction of laws to protect the elders' assets. Laws must be introduced to restore property to elders which were extorted or stolen from them. There are such laws existing in the US and the UK, and the time is now to introduce such laws in Trinidad and Tobago. The following are some local cases involving elder financial abuse. There was a police report, ARIMA, 2025 November, where a caretaker was charged with 58 counts of fraud of illegally using a bank card and stealing $115,000 over time. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 14 months imprisonment. There was also a news article Separate incident. In March 23, 2020, where power of attorney of an elder's daughter-in-law was used and he was removed from his home and his care in Tinapuna to his sister's care in Princestown. The daughter-in-law was misspending his money, using $8,300 per month for the care of herself and her children. Signs of abuse in elders. As a caregiver or a relative of elders, be on the lookout for certain things. Physical abuse, physical bruising and broken or fractured limbs or teeth, changes in activity from walking around to being sitting and sleeping or being out of sight, damages to personal items such as their glasses, dentures, special things like favorite or cherished dishes and items, mood changes, depression, fear, sadness, nervousness and crying, fear to speak, fear for the caregiver to know that someone else was visiting the home, like another child or friend. Keep engaged and close to your elders so abuse will not go unnoticed. Financial abuse include unpaid bills, excessive gifts, unexplained withdrawals, unfamiliar signatures, unexpected changes in beneficiaries on documents. Accompany your elderly to meetings with financial advisors. Abusers rely on elder persons' isolation and perpetrate their crimes, so check up on your elders often to protect them. Actionable solutions. There are numerous programs existing which we can pattern and change to suit our communities. But first thing is there must be a will on the part of the people, civil society, NGOs, and government to do something. A glance at some laws in the USA and England. It is not enough to have things on paper and not really existing. 1. Social welfare officers should be visiting elder persons at their homes once they reach 65 years or older. 2. An elder hotline with staff to coordinate existing groups to give assistance. 3. An elder person ombudsman to advocate for care. 4. A department to help elder persons fill out forms in this digital age to protect them from scams. 5. Implementation of laws to protect elders from scams and exploitation. 6. Centers for meeting and recreation in more districts. Give elders more people to speak to. 7. Religious and social groups have a one-day a week for elders to interact with others at church halls and other church spaces. Help protect elders from isolation. 8. Work being done on facilities available need to be publicized so people will know. There are already some facilities available, but people just do not know. Acts and programs for protection of the elderly. In the United States of America, there's the Elder Justice Act establishing that the Elder Justice Coordinating Council and provides federal resources to combat elder abuse, public health and social services approaches for prevention, detection and treatment of elder abuse. Senior Safe Act 2018. This law allows banks, credit unions, and investment advisors to report suspected senior financial exploitation to authorities without fear of liability towards seniors. Then there's the NASAA Model Act to protect vulnerable adults from financial exploitation. It encourages financial professionals to report suspected exploitation to the state regulators and alert protective services. Then there's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which reserves to help banks and public prevent and recognize elder financial abuse. In England, there is the Care Act of 2014, safeguarding adults at risk, including the elderly, from abuse and neglect. Then there's the local authorities' duty. The local councils check on individuals if they reasonably suspect an adult experiencing or at risk of abuse or neglect. The Office of the Public Guardian. This investigates and operates the operation of lasting powers of attorney. It can remove a person who is mismanaging assets of an elder. Financial institutions, banking code and practice. Many banks are part of a scheme to spot potential abuse and can restrict access to accounts. In Singapore, there's the Vulnerable Adult Act 2018 and the Maintenance of Parents Act. This is a table with some crime and problem analysis in Trinidad for domestic violence against elders. This is some statistics from 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, 24, 25. You will see it includes homicide. It does not include the financial abuse sections, homicide, sexual abuse, assault by beating, breach of protection order, malicious damage, threats, verbal abuse, wounding. So in total, the figures are at the bottom. At the end of 2020, the total was 160. In 2021, it was 116. In 2022, it was 222. 2023, 396. 2024, 393. And in 2025, it was 303. The total in all, for all the years, was 1,589. These are what were reported. Many go unreported, as the person who commits the harm is often the one who cares for the elder. So a lot of elder people just do not report it. They live with the fear and with the bad and hostile treatment they get. Thank you.